Ahí, ¿me miro?
Sí.
Right there?
Okay, siéntate. Yes.
Can you look at the TV too? Or no?
Nah.
A little bit?
El televisor no se ve mucho. Ok.
That's fine.
Ahí. Dale.
Ahora, ¿vas a explicar Matrix o qué?
Huh?
¿Vas a explicar Matrix?
Yeah, we're gonna go over a couple of things on the new Matrix.
Oh, Chad.
So,
I don't know if you know, but HR provide training for free, and I went to the realist training. It was awesome. Very helpful.
But the Matrix?
No, the realist.
The realist?
Yeah.
You
oh
went
yeah,
there?
yeah.
Was it good?
Very
Yeah,
good.
I know.
I knew some of the
I
things.
know they have
but
a few,
but they have a lot of things you can find out. The
Yeah.
name of the owner, if it's in a flood zone, that is not very accurate with the after the flooding, but something, and then the zip code, the school district, a lot of information you can find.
Have you met Alejandra? Alejandra is.
We met her today?
Yeah, Alejandra is. She came in about 3 weeks ago, maybe. Alejandra is from Argentina.
What is that?
Yeah, so. All right. So I wanted to go over a couple of things. One of them is on the Matrix. Who knows? I know we've done this class before, but do you remember how to do CMAs? CMAs.
I
Yeah.
only do them through my phone, but they're easier through the phone than
CMAs.
Through the phone? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should never get a CMA from the taxes. You know, like, oh, I see that your house is worth this much. Here you go.
No.
Never, okay? Never. Let's never do that. Even the CMA that HAR provides is still not, it's good, but not as good as you doing it yourself. Okay? So,
Why?
because whenever you do it yourself, you know exactly what's in it. You know exactly what you're putting. You know, you have a better idea. Okay?
The system doesn't know if the kitchen is updated or the restrooms are updated.
Yeah, exactly.
Some stuff.
Chicas, hay tacos.
Tacos?
Go get tacos.
So we're gonna go over that, and we're gonna go over 3 things today. We're gonna go over your email, the ones, because I see a lot of emails that are not being used, because I can tell in the system. You know, I mean, it's okay if you don't have to use it, but I just want to make sure that you are able. Is it working for you?
It's not. For me, it's not working.
For me,
Okay.
it's not working.
Yeah,
yet.
so I
Okay.
I can't log in.
All right.
I forward it to my email. So I get all the emails that from Valle Vista, but I get them in my main email.
Yeah, that's
So it's,
fine.
yeah,
Mhm.
but I reply from my email.
I don't even have access to my account, so I
And
can't do that.
so the ones that I need like a new password, and I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Also, you gotta remember another thing we're gonna talk about is dot loop.
Yes, yes.
That I'm gonna add you. Were you able to add? Okay, so I added Alejandro to dot loop. I'm gonna send you an email, and then on that email, remember what that email said for you on dot loop?
Alejandra@bayovista.com.
And then you were able to log in and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna get an
Very
email.
easy, much better than the zip forms.
Yeah, it's much better.
Is it?
Oh.
Oh,
But
good.
the
So-
zip form is newer. They added a lot of stuff.
They upgraded, yes.
Yeah, they
yes.
upgraded.
Yeah,
Cause
at the
they-
beginning, I was like, where do I go to
I
get the
used to
forms?
the other
And now
day.
It's because they see the pressure of dot loop. That's why. Because dot loop is super easy.
Yeah.
Well, I
Super
haven't
easy.
used that look, but I heard that it's very good and it's
Yes.
more
Never
easy
use
to
it.
make. Yeah, never use it either.
All right,
Ziplocs is faster now.
Yeah.
than it
I want
used
to try and never use it.
It is.
all right. So let's do a CMA.
Okay.
All right. So let's go into the Matrix. I like the movie. All right. Now I know some of y'all are waiting for my new license. I'm getting my new license on the 20th.
Okay.
So, you know, because it
Once
expires
you
on the
get it,
31st.
just forward it to everyone.
Yeah, I just forward it to everybody because I know some of y'all need it for the BPOs.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's start doing a CMA. Y'all have a property in mind that y'all want to do a CMA?
Something on Town Lake.
Something in Town Lake. Let's do something in this area. For example, let's see. Let's do a search. Let's just do a quick search. Something in this area. Okay. Let's map it.
So where do you go? Metrics?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab, right now I'm just grabbing a property. I'm just grabbing a property so I can,
With the
do
zip code, right?
yeah, let me do a zip code
77084.
77084. That one's here. Alright, results. Alright, so let's grab, I don't know, let's grab,
A medium one.
let's just grab one of these. Alright, so let's grab this one. I think it flooded.
How do you know?
I don't know, because it's on
So
clean.
Tony, you went to metrics and then?
Yeah, I just did a search. Somebody grab a pen and write, and let's, write down the address. It's 18530 Glen Briar,
Okay, hold on. Okay,
and it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet, 1,300. Write it down somewhere.
ya está aquí, 1348
Okay.
square feet, yeah.
Okay, 1348, 32, and it's for 155.
Okay, got it.
All right. So let's say that your client is interested in this property.
Okay,
All right. So whatever I tell my clients first, they're like, "Hey, I want to submit an offer." I tell them, "Look, let me do a CMA on it. Let me see if this property is actually worth what it's on the market for.
correct.
You know, let me do this for you, and then it might be too high,
Yeah.
you know, where we can put an offer lower, or it might be too low where we're gonna have to go up,
Yeah, that's exactly.
you know, or it might be right at the right price where we can, you know, put an offer right in the middle, a little bit more over. But see, that makes the client feel like you are working for him or her.
And
You
what
know,
you're
they're like,
doing.
"Oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna submit an offer. No, let's think about this. Let me do some work for you. You know, it might be that it's a hot property, but hey, you're doing that whenever you get to the office or get home, and you're doing that, and you're calling him at night. Hey, it looks like we can do this about this property. Okay, so let's just use this one as an example. This one, it is, yeah. Somebody wrote down the address, right?
Yes.
All right, so you get home. You get home and you're gonna check that property. All right. Now let's see on public records. Let's see how much the city has.
Right,
All right. Let's just see.
okay.
Is it usually close to the market value? Because I was looking in my neighborhood, it's very close to the market value, but
That's real, right?
it's not like
Usually
you
more,
should consider that like a price market value.
Man, I don't even look at that because sometimes it's just way off.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's up with real estate.
Way off the market
Okay.
value.
That's good for pay the taxes.
Yeah, the lower the better.
Yeah.
And you know, I had clients that they bring up the that look it's worth. I'm like, look, it's good for you because it's low. So the lower the better. I mean, man, if it will be 0, you won't pay no taxes. You know,
Yeah,
I
many
mean,
people claim to reduce the taxes.
and a lot of people fight the taxes. So if you keep on, if the client keeps on fighting the taxes, and then they'll put it for sale, of course it's gonna be low. That number's gonna be
Correct.
low. What is the address?
Right here.
18530.
18530. Mm-hmm.
18530
Glen
Glen.
Briar Lane.
One word.
No,
2.
3 separate words.
Briar.
Briar Lane.
Okay, let's see if it finds it like that.
You know, you can do it in the listing, you know, when you.
Here, Tony.
Oh,
Yeah, I should have done on the listing. You're right. 1530 Glen Briar. What's the zip
Lane.
code? Let me see if it sees it like that.
Don't put the lane, the last word.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. There you go.
All right. Well, of course, right here it says this in a minute, but let's see how much does the taxes have it for?
Okay.
All right. So according to the taxes, they have it at
107,
129.
Okay.
so that's 20,000, 25,000.
Over. Oh my God.
Okay. So that's
No,
The price
Oh, the
is,
price right now.
155, but it's
155.
estimated at 129. So
129.
the listing price over.
Yeah,
okay?
it's everything.
All right,
Yeah,
so,
personal-
all right, remember that number.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna go back and you're gonna get home and you're gonna say, okay, let me do the numbers. So let's do a search. That's a single family.
Mm-hmm.
I like using the quick single family instead of the classic.
Okay.
All right. So now what we're gonna do is let's go to first. We gotta map it.
Mm-hmm.
You see where it says jump to address?
Mm-hmm.
This is where we're gonna put the address. What is it?
18530
18530
Glen
Brian, like,
Briar.
Glen
Briar.
Briar is
No ponga
777.
el lane.
No le
porque
puse el lane.
generalmente no.
No me le puse
770.
Briar.
Okay.
Okay, ahí está.
There you go, you found.
All right, so that's the property. All right, and that's the listing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me make it a little bigger. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a CMA based on 1 mile from that property.
Okay.
All right, you see the circle right here?
Yes.
That's the radius. You click on it, and then this is my property here.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the mouse, and then I'm gonna go 1 mile.
Okay.
Isn't that a lot though?
That's cool.
oh, I don't know.
That's a lot.
Right, 97, 98, a mile. You see that? Where it says a mile?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got our area.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So another thing, do you remember what subdivision is it on? It's called
Woodfern.
Woodfern, okay? Remember Woodfern. All right. So now we have that. Now we're gonna go to the criteria. All right. So we're gonna put on the sold properties. It's already set to 180, but you can change this because 180 is
60 days.
how many months
No,
is
6
that?
months. 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
6 months?
6 months.
Okay, so it's already, and you want to do about 6 months,
Right.
so it's already there. Now, do y'all remember how much the square footage was?
1348.
All right, so we're gonna find a range. All right, so we're gonna find 20%, and this is how they do the BPOs also.
Okay.
20%. So what is 20% of 1348?
20%?
20% of 1348.
2,600, something like that. 20.
Are you
No.
calculating?
Somebody.
Okay. He's
So
calculating.
you multiply 1348 times 0.2.
Mhm.
I can't do that in my head, so we'll be waiting for you.
Right, 269.6,
269.
60, no.
So that's square
70.
footage. 269. Let's do 270.
270.
All right. So from the 1348, we're gonna go up 1370 and we're gonna go down 1370.
Okay.
All right. And that's our range. So what is that? Somebody do the 1348 plus 270,
1078, that's minus.
1078, and then what is on top?
16,
So 1348 plus 270,
16,
16, 18.
1618.
Or 1620, you can put.
Okay,
Yeah,
1620.
1620.
But did you
Yeah.
see how we came out with that?
Yes.
20% up,
And down.
20% down.
20%
And you be and
Yeah.
yet now you have a range. Okay? This way, this is how appraisals do their appraisal. Okay? This is how they do it. So we're doing it how they come out with the numbers.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I know we have town lakes. The homes are very expensive, but then around town lake you have the other neighborhoods that are not that expensive. How do they calculate that? Just wondering how they do it, the price range, the house.
Well, I mean, they try to. I'm pretty sure. I mean, what I would do is, I'm pretty sure I can find some in the area. I mean, maybe I have to go to Bridgeland.
Closer.
No,
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 maybe-
you cannot do
well-
Bridgeland or Town Lake. They're too expensive.
Yeah.
You cannot.
They are, yeah.
That's the argument that I have with the seller, the house that I have that I listed, that I have for sale. Because you say, oh, look at a house here in Town Lake at least,
But
there's-
Town Lake has a lot of properties right now.
Uh-huh.
But
So-
they're expensive. You're not
But
gonna
not
find nothing
everywhere.
lower than 300.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But that's how you do your CMA then.
Yeah, you have to.
But
I
don't you
mean-
have to stay in the subdivision though?
Well,
No.
it depends. Some appraisals don't.
Yeah.
Again, look, you gotta think like an appraiser.
Yeah.
Appraiser is not, oh, I'm gonna stay in Town Lake. Appraiser is
They
like,
don't.
all right, let me look at a range.
Yes.
Of course, if the drop is too much, they're not gonna grab it. They're gonna try to stay. That's why they're providing a range. That's why you don't come up with one number. You do a range. That's what they're gonna do. All right. So let's say we're there, all right? And on the year build, I usually go 10 years down, 10 years up. What year was this
That's
one
too
built?
much.
I didn't see the G.
Más o menos. I mean, I try to, unless it's a newer property. What year is this one? This one is, do you see the year somewhere?
This,
Oh, what year was it built? Do you see that on the MLS?
I think
Oh, here it is,
yeah,
1982.
1982.
See, 1982, I have to go
92.
10 years.
Five,
82.
five.
80.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
10
1982.
years?
So I'm going up 10 years. Now this is just the start.
77.
And then from there, you can modify. Because you're trying to narrow it as much as you can. All right, so we go 1972, 1972, and 1992. All right, so we got the square footage. All right, so let's say with that, right now, let's see where we at. All right, let's look at our results. I love this because, see, Matrix, you see on the bottom, is already telling me I got 8 matches. You know, as I'm moving stuff.
Where do you see that?
Right here on the bottom, you see it? Acá abajo, right here. Where you see my mouse?
Oh, I cannot see
Esquinilla,
it.
ya,
Okay,
sí,
that's
la
why.
esquinita,
Okay.
sí.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Well, no, you can't. Right here, it says 8 matches.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's
You-
telling me as I'm putting stuff, it's telling me. So I want to have at least 5. Okay, I want to have at least 5. So let's say, all right, well, let me look at my results right now. Let me see how they look. All right, not bad.
Yeah, that's
All right, I got some in wood fern.
Yeah.
All right, now I want to grab a couple under and a couple above the price. Remember, 1348. This is ours. You see that?
Yeah.
Well, that's not it.
You
Which
only
one is?
consider the
Oh no, you're right. But this one, the first thing that I do is if I see one on the same street.
So they're all sold?
Yeah,
You don't have any active?
Actually,
yeah, there's active, but I'm looking at the sold.
there's 2 on the same.
All right.
street.
Now, when I look at the active, it's so I can show them, hey, look, this is what we're competing with. But I don't want them. I want to tell them what I have sold and what the
Right.
appraiser is gonna look.
Right.
So, for
The same
example,
street? No,
do we
the
have
same
one on the
street.
same street?
2.
No, in the same street?
Yeah, Glenbriar Lane,
No.
Oh, yeah, there is one.
right here.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Right.
two.
You have one?
Ahí.
Yep, right here.
Yes.
Glenbriar.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You have
All
two.
right. Now these,
But it's different subdivision. I don't know. Rolling
it might
Green
be,
and
it might be very
and-
close.
Yeah.
Look what I love about this.
Go
It
to
even
the
tells you how far is it from the house.
Yeah.
0.2, 0.1. That's perfect. That's walking distance.
And if you
So it's in
click
the
on
same
distance,
street, yeah.
They could order it. So
Yeah, you can order it. But right now I'm looking at, because I want to have it on the price. Now, right here, let's say, now both of these are bigger though. I want to grab the one that is smaller. This one is 1348 too. This one is 1348.
It's right next to it.
All right, and we have another one that is 12. These are I'm looking at the best ones possible.
Okay.
All right, so I'm looking at those. I grab 2 on the same street, and then I grab some. See that 1348 and that 1217.
Right.
I want to grab some that are smaller and some that are bigger.
Bigger.
Okay, because then it's gonna grab them all and it's gonna come out with something.
Okay.
All right, so. All right, so we're looking at that. It looks good. All right, so I grab 1, 2. I want to grab one more. So I would probably grab this one. I grab 2 smaller ones, one at the same one as the other one, and 2 above.
Too bigger.
Okay.
All right, so now let's do a quick CMA. All right, so this is what I'm taking my client. All right, well, according to the market right now, according to what have sold, right now the average sold price is 149. I mean, the list is 153, but the average is but as you can see, there's a max also. See, because that one sold for 172. You see that one? And one sold for 158, 144. So what do you think about the 155?
It's fine.
It's about right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a-
So I'm telling my client, look,
Because they can go up to 150
yeah,
in the offer.
and I'm telling them, look at when they sold. Look at the days. I'm looking at them and I'm like, look, 155 is listed at that price. It's pretty average price.
Yeah.
I can tell them,
So do you think it's gonna price 155?
Yeah, because then you grab a range. Because then what is your range? Well, according to this range, it probably won't go to 172, But I'm thinking my range is from 148 up to like 156, 157.
Then you also have to consider the days on market, because that one stayed on the market for almost 4 months.
Wow.
So if they're trying to sell it quicker,
Uh-huh.
then they might have to come in at that 150 or
Lower
Exactly.
price, yeah, correct.
if they want to sell it quicker.
Exactly.
The one at 136 sold them within a month. So you be like, hey, if I want to get out of this place real quick, get my money, and then go into another property, then you have to take that into consideration.
So if I was the listing agent, I will tell the listing agent, look, according to this, man, we can sell it for 150 pretty fast.
Yeah.
You know, so man, I'm thinking let's put it at 155, 157. You know, so and just in case they have to go down, so it's priced right up, right.
The market, yeah.
See, you see how the taxes is way off. Taxes is way off. You know, that's 25,000. You know, what are we gonna say? Oh, well, yeah, well, let's put it at 125 or 130, like what the taxes say. Man, it'll be. We're doing. We're doing a disservice to the client if we're the listing agent. All right. So if I'm representing the buyer, now I'm telling them, hey man, you know that price is pretty good. I think, you know, right now, even if we look at the listings, okay, let's look at the listings. See, you can always go back in the criteria and then add the listings. That's why I love this matrix, the new one. All right, so now we see that there's two. One of them is ours. Look at our competition. Our competition is at 179, 164, and I'm at 155. Now, given they're bigger houses.
Right.
You know, they're bigger houses. So, you know, it's maybe they're a little bit too high, but they put 179 because they're looking at that 172.
Or maybe
That-
remodel, maybe?
But then
It could be.
the one for
Maybe the
164.9, they just dropped their price recently. So.
Exactly. So
It's
it might.
not selling.
So my,
Yeah.
the market is not
Yeah.
probably not
Yeah.
giving. So 155. I'm telling my client, look, I think it looks like let's go look at it. You know, if it's real good, I think that's a good price. We might have to go
Oh, you can put a lower
155.
offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You know, let's check. Now this one, look how many days on the market. 2 days.
Nothing.
So
It's
now, am I
just-
looking at the price? I'm like, man, that's a good price. I'm like, look,
Yeah, we did you know
I
that?
think on this one we're gonna have to go 155, 500. Let's put a little bit more on it. It's priced good. It looks according to my range. It's gonna appraise. I would appraise it at between 148 to about 159. You know, and the appraiser's gonna grab a number there. But I'm within range. You know, I'm within range that the appraiser's gonna say. So I'll tell him, let's do 155, 500. But I'm showing the client why. You know, it's not like, man, you know, let's just put more money. I'm showing the client why, because the price is good according to the market. So they can feel better in putting a little bit more on the property instead of, because, you know, as buyers, you're like,
What
man, I
about
want
the
a deal.
conditions?
Well, I want a deal mainly. I mean, they're like, wait, let's get it for 120. 120, and look at the market. You know, but I want a deal. You know, I mean, let's go back in time or
That's
something.
realistic, because look at the year of it, then you have to consider foundation, roof, air conditioning, like the major things, plumbings, and like.
Yeah, and of course, we still go, if we go look at the property, and the property, I mean, it's like, man, you know, look at the carpet and his paint and this, that, you know, and then you can say, you know what? It looks like it needs about 15 grand. So let's put an offer for 145 or something. That's when you can go down, of course, because you know, but if the property looks good, you know, you're, man, no, you know, it's not, probably doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it's good for you to move in, and they did some upgrades, it did good, and then you put in a good offer in,
Yes.
you know, and you are showing your client why you're putting that offer, so they can understand, you know, because I'm telling you, if not, if you go by, well, of course they're gonna want it low, of course they're gonna want to put a lower offer, but if you show them from the beginning, look, this is what I recommend, and the reason why is because of the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's always good to have that conversation at the beginning.
Yeah.
I have to do my work, you know, I have to see if it's priced right, if it's too high, too low, and then, that's always a good.
Yeah.
I usually do that, Noemi, whenever I'm working with a client. if they like the house. If they like the house, then I go and search
Exactly,
that
yeah, you
information.
don't do
If
it for
not,
every
I'm
house.
gonna
No,
look
no,
for
of
it.
course.
We may wanna put it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of work, we're
Yeah.
showing 10
What
houses
about-
and,
What about if it's an investment property? I mean, if it's somebody's buying it, but just to lease it or
Oh,
for.
for investment, yeah.
yeah, well, you look at the rentals, how much are they renting for?
Right.
And you look at, according to what you see, I mean, carpet, paint, how much does it need? I had one property right here on Summerall where the property needed some work. I put it like 10 grand below market. But investors that wanted to live, they saw the problem. They're like, oh, I'm like, yep, that's why it's that price. Investors were looking at that and like, man, we're getting a good deal here. We're getting a good deal. I mean, it didn't last. I sold it like in a week. And it was a cash deal.
To be completely honest, anything below 150 right now it doesn't stay on the market too long. If it's nice and livable.
Have you noticed that the market
Yeah.
is going up, guys?
It's
I mean,
like-
the market it's good right now. I mean, it's real good. I don't know how it's gonna. I mean, right now this summer this whole year we're gonna see what's gonna happen with all the flooded properties. How are they market gonna react? So far, so good. I mean, I'm pretty sure some areas that are being affected. The first thing people are asking is that the property flooded. That's the first thing.
In Harvey, that's what people, they ask, if it's been flooded only during Harvey, they kind of take that into
Yeah.
consideration. Now, if it's a prone flood zone, they're like, oh, I don't want that. But if it's only.
Yeah,
flooded
the
because
question
of,
is, did it flood during Harvey? I'm like, no. It flooded like 3 other times, but not during Harvey. Harvey proof. Harvey proof. I can put the sign, even though it
Sell it
flooded.
for double.
The tax day and the Memorial Day, I flooded during those times.
They don't have that information any longer because they used to have it.
Huh?
Are you done with the class?
Yes.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, I'm done with the class. We got somebody else. But do you have any questions?